It can be very hard initially to understand what it actually means to surrender to the universe, because it kind of goes against everything that you ever did previously, and you have to trust the process in a way that perhaps you don't even understand how to start to get into that. Because here's the thing, there is a path that your life can unfold in that is the highest and most fulfilling that you could ever experience. And that one is going to unfold when you start following your heart and trust the universe. Now, most people haven't trusted the universe in a very, very long time, because we get attached to programs where we want to achieve things, we want to overcome things. We even get attached to very different kind of programs of perhaps being a people pleaser because we don't want to experience our own very deep and uncomfortable emotions, so we try and adjust ourselves as to not awaken them in the presence of other people, because we bury that shit within us and we don't want to be with it, as an example. Now, this very thing that I just touched on here is when you don't trust the universe and you instead revert to a matrix where you attach your awareness to live your life through, because you're afraid of going deeper into the emotions and the energy that you're always operating from. So, starting the process of moving into this life that you actually want to live, that can be very fulfilling and that can give you everything that you want, comes to surrendering and trusting that this energy that is going on unconsciously right now within your body, that has been the reason for all of your addictions and all the things that you did that took you somewhere else from where it is that you wanted to go, that if you trust that energy, as in you don't run to a program anymore, but you start developing your conscious ability of being present in the moment without going anywhere, that is going to take you to everything that you ever dreamed of. And I know that for a person that never slowed down before, this makes no fucking sense. And I'm saying that because this made no fucking sense to me when I first heard about these things, and I immediately rejected it, right? Because I had a very strong belief that if something is going to happen, I have to make it happen. I have to control things. I have to be always on the move and do something, otherwise nothing is gonna happen. And of course, that is the case. When you believe that you, this little ego mechanism that you've created, all of these stories and beliefs and the story about who you are and things that you do, if you believe that that is all that there is to life. But the truth is, something that I realized after I had this period in my younger years, that there's a greater force at play here. And there is a force that is wanting you to invite it in so that it can help you get everything that you ever wanted. It wants you to align with your highest purpose in life. It wants you to align with your highest timeline. And that is the universe. And the universe can do the work for you. Because if you are going to get all the things that you want in your life, you first must begin to live from your heart. And that is why so many of us just go wrong, because we refuse to live from that place because of the beliefs that we have from certain things that we experienced in our life. Society indoctrinated us into very many different things, and even our own family made us believe that there are certain parts about who we are that shouldn't be there. We shouldn't feel shame. We shouldn't feel inadequacy. We shouldn't feel pain. A lot of different things that we on some level believed shouldn't be here, which over time turns us into a certain type of person that does things in a certain type of way outside of how the universe intended it. We go into our matrix of a reality. We start living unconsciously through programs because we believe that this is not supposed to be here. We are not supposed to be like this on the deepest level. That's where every single negative program that we execute on comes from, no matter what that is. Maybe you're super attached to your job, or super attached to wanting a girlfriend, or super attached to your partner, whatever it is. All of these attachments are just detachments deeply from things about yourself that you don't accept. And that is when you sign up for this reality that takes you to just more lessons that needs to be learned, just more hardship, so that perhaps eventually that can take you back into your body again and actually become present with the whole universe as it is, through yourself first, through your emotions, through the acceptance of that. Surrendering to the universe gives you everything that you ever searched for. And that starts from within here. And it happens by finally coming into acceptance of what is going on in here without putting the pressure on yourself to do something about it. I don't have to overthink this thing. I don't have to figure out how I'm gonna make this work. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I can just realize that all of these mental struggles and things that I'm going through is because I keep putting the pressure on myself to do something about what I'm experiencing internally. And at the same time, I am always being led astray. I choose to go off the path of the highest intended path for me because I don't trust my internal world. I don't trust the universe. I feel like I have to do something about everything. I feel like I have to be in control. But as soon as you release that control by accepting the underlying current without going to your programs anymore, you make that switch of your awareness into the space within yourself, and you learn to befriend it once again. You learn to get to know your body again. Something that you trained yourself to be very disconnected from over the years. This is something that happened to me. I was so extremely disconnected from myself that I didn't even understand that I had fucking emotions. You know, and I am a person that feels extremely, extremely deeply. So deeply, in fact, that I had a very hard time to just admit to that for a while. And yeah, it's been a whole process. But that's what happens. Because I had so many issues that I was attaching myself to different sort of addictions and programs of always trying to be the best, of always improving, never allowing myself to slow down. But all of these programs are only ever a hijacking mechanism to take your awareness away from these uncomfortable things that you don't allow yourself to feel. Hence, you don't trust the universe and what the universe actually is. You're starting to live your life unnaturally, which is why all of these unnatural things starts to happen to you. You start getting these mental health problems, these sicknesses. You start to get a lot of things popping up in your reality, bad relationships. A lot of things that is just unnatural and not supposed to be there. Because you're not owning yourself. You're not owning up to who you are. You're running from yourself. I'm not gonna make this video too long here. But this is what it means to surrender to the universe. Trusting that without my programs, just by sitting here in the heart space of these uncomfortable things, eventually, those uncomfortable things are not gonna be there anymore. Because you're gonna go through them finally. And you're gonna escape out on the other side and feel more connected deeply through your heart to now joy, love and peace and other things that once you connect to that can truly propel you forward. Right? But that's never gonna happen as long as you keep denying the more dark and negative things within you. Because life is not just positive and it's not just negative. It's both. You have to experience some of the bad. It's about coming into acceptance of everything as it is. To not live your life through a matrix where you say that life is in this way. Life is in this way, but no, there's so much more to it that you're not seeing right now because you're attaching yourself to things. And because of that, you're attaching yourself into a way of doing things that limits your ability to live an amazing life. Know that once you connect back into the heart again and back into the body, and you surrender your programs and you just start existing, that the universe takes over the work and starts working things out in a magical way for you. And you'll connect deeply into your purest joy and just authentic expression of who you are again. And that's when life truly gets amazing. if you want to learn how to do this, I have a free 30-minute subconscious success course, and the links are down below. And I also have some coaching calls and some other things, so you can check it out. And I'll see you in my next video.